What's going on, guys? Welcome to the episode of Racing Games, and today I'll be doing a top 10 video on my racing games for PlayStation 1. Now, this list was, as again, very difficult. I grew up with PlayStation 1, and it was really hard to depict the best racing games. But I do have my top 10 stack right here, and off to the side, have a small stack of games that didn't quite make the list, but nonetheless, they're still great and amazing games, and I recommend any of these games to anybody. So, I'll get started with number 10. So number 10, I have a game here called Turbo Prop Racing. This game didn't really get into as much. I played Hydro Thunder a lot when I was younger and still do. So this game kind of got pushed aside. It's not too bad considering it's being almost a replica of Hydro Thunder. It's pretty close. There's 9 boats, 3 easy, 3 medium, 3 hard. I think there's like 10 or 12 tracks or something like that. It's basically the same thing as Hydro Thunder. There's really no difference between the two. This one just plays a little differently, but so coming at number 10 is Turbo Prop Racing. Oh, and price-wise, I have not seen this sealed and complete. I have seen it go online for about $4, $5, so it's not really much. Um, but yeah, if I took a guess at complete and sealed, I'm looking at probably like 20, 25. I wouldn't expect anything more than that. But nonetheless, it's still a great game, though. Even though it's still the same side of Thunder, I would just play that instead. But it's still good, though. Okay, so coming at number 9 is Jet Moto. I currently only have the first one. I am looking for the second and third one. I can't find them right now, but I'm currently looking for them. But nonetheless, Jet Moto, great game. I played this a lot when I was younger. I still say the second one's my favorite. Just side note, I just think they really got it well with the tracks and whatnot. But first one's still good nonetheless. Great games. The graphics are really good. Not too bad, considering being older than most games that I have, but it's still pretty good. With friends, it's definitely fun. It's basically your typical racer, except if I remember right, I think there's 20 tracks and I think a few other things you can do, and then you can glide on water, dirt, sand, concrete, and a few other things. So it was pretty cool. They give you style points as well and whatnot. So I think there's like 15 or 20 teams you can choose from. So it was pretty cool because each team has their own specific thing they're good at. So, but anyway, at number 9 is Jet Moto. Coming at number 8 is VR Sports Powerboat Racing. Now, just like Hydro Thunder and Turboprop, they're in between this one. They're all basically the same. This one's just higher up on the list because I actually just got this one. I think about like a week or so ago, maybe 2, and it's almost the same thing as Hydro Thunder. It's so close, but there's more track. There's more tracks. There's 16. Excuse me. There's 16 boats instead of just 6 or 9. So that was actually pretty cool. There's 16 to choose from. What I consider is better than Hydro Thunder? Probably not. Hydro Thunder is still my favorite out of all of them. But this one, nonetheless, is actually pretty good. I haven't played it with friends yet, so I don't know how it plays. So I'm kind of looking forward to play that sooner or later. So, uh, uh, price wise, I've only seen this game go for about $5, nothing more. Sealed, I have not seen, so I don't really know what the price is on that one. But overall, it's definitely not bad. So coming in number 8 is VR Sports Powerboat Racing. Moving along right here. Coming at number 7 is a game that I actually just got 2 weeks ago, and actually I'm enjoying it a lot, is Tyco RC Assault with a Battery. Now, when I was younger, I had a lot of Tyco RC cars. I had a lot of them. I had them up till about 2 years ago. I think I sold them or something, I forget. But I used to have a lot of these, so when I saw this game, I was like, oh my word, I have to get this. So, and it's really cool because 8 of the vehicles on the back, I had almost all 8 of them. I had a lot of these. Things like 1 or 2 I didn't have on the back, but I had almost all of them there in the game, so it was really fun just to play them again in a game. It's almost like, it's kind of like a Mario Kart-ish, uh, in a way, but the thing is that there's not really power-ups. the only real power ups there is in the game is what your car can do, because each car can do a different thing. I forget. One of them can do what is it? One of them can go over obstacles without a problem to find secrets. Some of them shoot lightning. I forget. There's a couple other ones it says on the back, but price wise, I've seen this game actually dropped recently, so I've seen it go for about $2 to $3. Have not seen sealed. I did see it once about 2 years ago, and it was like $10, $12. So even if it was sealed now, it probably wasn't be much anyway. But definitely a really fun game. I just like it because down memory lane, but I like it. So coming number 7 is Tycho RC Assault with a Battery. Okay, coming number 6 is one of my favorite racing genres and probably my favorite racing series ever, and that would be Need for Speed High Stakes. Um, the only reason why I consider this one higher than all the other Need for Speeds on the PlayStation 1 is because this was the first one I owned. I don't remember exactly how I got it. I think it was given to me or was a present or something. I don't remember. But I still say this is my favorite out of all of them. Um, there's I think 19 or 20. I think there's like 19 cars or something, and it basically plays like Hot Pursuit 2 if you play that on PS2 or GameCube, whatever. But what makes this game cool is that it almost copied the same thing from if you remember the original Need for Speed Most Wanted for PS2 and Xbox and stuff. If you got their pink slip when you beat the boss, you would take their car. So in this one, it was almost the same thing, even though this one did it like almost 10 years earlier. And I think if I remember it, I think you had to put your car on the line, and if you win the race, you keep your car and you get their car. But if you lose, you have to give them your car. So it's kind of like if you give them your car, you're screwed. So you're basically not going to win anything. You're basically going to have to restart everything all over again. Because I tried that one time and I lost. I don't remember how. It's definitely a good game. I would recommend to anybody, hands down. Um, Price wise, I've seen it go up a little bit, so I think the most I've seen so far is about $7, $8. I have seen one completed and sealed for about 20, 25 ish, but that sold a few weeks ago, so I don't know if there's any more. Um, I definitely recommend Need for Speed to anybody. Definitely a great racing genre. So coming at number 6 is Need for Speed High Stakes. Okay. Coming at number 5 is actually another game I got about a few weeks ago, and I'm actually enjoying it a lot. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, but I really am. And that would be Looney Tunes Racing. Now, what's funny is I never actually decided to get this game. It was kind of more of just a throw-in. I bought a few other games earlier, and for some reason I saw this, and it kind of just catched my eye for a second. So I was like, might as well. So I grabbed it. And to tell you the truth, I actually have a lot of fun with this. So basically, it plays like a Mario Kart or a Diddy Kong Racing type of game. Um, Tracks, courses, there's time trials. I think there's a championship mode, a tournament mode, and something else. A ton of characters, a lot of Looney Tune characters. Oh man, I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but basically all the famous ones you remember are in the game. And then they all have their own little sayings and whatnot. But yeah, definitely a great game. I was very surprised. I didn't actually think it was going to play very well because a lot of games that aren't like Diddy Kong Racing or Mario Kart isn't great. So when I saw this one, I was kind of skeptical. So I was looking, I was like, I don't know, either hit or miss. And this one is actually a very good hit. So price wise, this game goes up and down a lot. I seen this game one time go for about 25 without being sealed, and I've seen it sealed go for like 50. Now that was a few years ago, and actually a few months ago it went up again, but now it's actually down to about I think like 8 to 10, 12, something like that, and then sealed like 18 to 20. So it dropped again. So if you want to get it, I think right now is the best time to grab it. Totally worth it if you're into Mario Kart, Diddy Kong, or even Crash Team Racing. That's another great one right there. Um, so yeah, I definitely recommend that. Especially this one. I was a big fan of Looney Tunes when I was a kid, and I still am. So um, definitely a great game. So number 5 is Looney Tunes Racing. Okay, coming in number 4 is actually very great game. I was actually very surprised that this game was pretty good. I was looking at it and I thought maybe it might be somewhat okay, but this one was actually very well made, and that would be Engine Racing. Basically, you play as, I think there's 14 jets in here. I think 14, 38. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. There's 38 jets in this game. There's 14 tracks, is what I meant, but there's 38 jets in this game. Now, it plays just like a Need for Speed game. The only thing is, though, you can customize your jet as much as you want. Color, to the shape of it, to whatever. You can almost do, well, almost, not everything, but almost anything you can do on the jet, you can actually do. So, customizable, all kinds of stuff. I can't believe I enjoyed this game a lot. When I got it, I was very skeptical on it, but after getting it, I was very shocked to see how good it was. So definitely a great game. Price wise, I've not seen it complete or sealed. I do know the game goes for about $7 to $10, depending on condition wise, and this one is actually complete, and it's actually not too bad condition. There is some scuffs, but not too much. But it's definitely worth it. Probably playing with my friend when he comes back from college. We'll probably play this for a while, but definitely fun. I definitely recommend it. So coming number 4 is Engine Racing. All right, so top 3. Now these 3, two of them I grew up with, and the other one was kind of in between, but I enjoyed it a lot. This one right here, especially, I played it hours upon hours with my uncle. Great times, great memories, a lot of nostalgia just even looking at the cover, and definitely a great series. It's too bad it kind of went downhill from PS3, but definitely a great series. I have to say is Twisted Metal, and the second one is definitely my favorite. I can't tell you how much nostalgia I am just looking at it. I've played countless hours on it. I beat everything. I got all the secret players. I beat all their stories. I know every map, everything. I know everything to this game, and by far, I still say the second one is the best out of all the Twisted Metal games. Besides the new one for PS3, but after that, they didn't make any more, which is surprising. I hope they make one for PS4. I really hope they do. But definitely gotta say, if you want to go for a shooting game, just play this one. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. So many great cars, great vehicles, just everything. You can go. Then this one makes this one special. It's the World Tour, so you can go to like the Paris or the Golden Gate Bridge. I forget, a dome somewhere. Just all a bunch of different kinds of things. Telling you, I price wise, this game can go very expensive depending on condition. Now, luckily, my condition is like mint because this was actually given to me by my uncle. He didn't play it anymore, so he gave it to me. So that's what got me into Twisted Metal. Price wise, um, the second one actually, and second and third one go for more than any of them. I've seen the first one go up to $30 once, and that wasn't sealed. But right now it's actually down to 10, 12, and sealed is actually going for about 50. Now, sealed wise, I don't know because some of them have been skeptical if it was sealed, and some of them didn't look like it was, like someone like wrapped it up themselves. So I don't know exactly, but I would be careful about the sealed version if you get sealed games. But definitely go with the unsealed. It's a blast. I love this game to death. I will play it any day of the week against anyone, even if you're good or terrible. I will play you against it any day. So definitely number 3 is Twisted Metal 2, and I got to say it's one of my favorite games ever in the world. So coming in number 2 is another fantastic game by EA. I still say they were best in the 90s, making games and publishing them. I still say they were the best, but this one definitely holds a special place in my heart, and that is Hot Wheels Turbo Racing. A lot of these cars are in this game. I still have a lot of my toy cars in my closet over there somewhere, and a lot of these cars are in the game. So it was really fun to play with power pipes. There was one. The Grim Reaper was another one. The NASCAR 2000, the Hot Wheels NASCAR car of 2000, something like that. I forget what it was called. I think it was like Hot Wheels 2000 race car or something like that. Mongoose was another one. Oh man, I'm going down memory lane. Twin Shot was another one. So it was just a lot of cool moments in this game. A lot of jumps. There's boosting. So many cars. There's only 6 tracks, which kind of suck. There's only 4 they give you, and you have to unlock 2 of them by beating everything. So it was kind of just like 4 tracks repetitive, but it just got better and better because the cars were just like, oh my gosh, I remember this car. I used to have this, and it was just amazing going down memory lane. Price wise, I have seen this sealed and it only goes for about 20 ish. It actually starting to go in price a little bit, so it might be a little higher. I don't know if it went down or not. I haven't been keeping track on it, but I know out of it it's like $5, $7, maybe 10. Luckily, my condition is actually mint. It's mint condition. There's nothing wrong with it, which is my favorite thing. Just that little like crack right here is a little annoying to me, but um, awesome game, definitely worth it, and that's number 2 on my list. Alright, now, for number 1. Now, this game, I can't tell you how long I have waited for this game. I remember the day that someone bought it when I was going to get it, and I was so mad. Very, very mad. I still remember it. To this day, it bugs me a bit, but at the same time, it doesn't bother me as much because now I have it. And I do say this is one of the best games on the PlayStation, if not the greatest on PlayStation 1. And that would have to be CTR, Crash Team Racing. I still remember the day I played it. I was at a friend's house. I think it was over there. What was the reason? I think I was like getting a baby, like babysitting or something. I don't remember exactly. And I remember someone having this on the TV. And what was his name? I think his name was Andre. I forget. It was begins with an A. And he said, "Hey, you want to play this game with me?" I was like, "Sure, I guess. How do you play?" And he showed me how to play it. And ever since then, I could never find this game. I have looked all over the place for years afterwards trying to find this game, never find it. And then one day, I found it at a game store in Florida, and I was all over it. I bought it. I was like, "Nope, I ain't letting this down. I'm buying it now. I don't care." I put the money down. I bought it, and here it is now. Um, I can't tell you all the fun memories I had that day, and ever since then, I went back. Now to have it in my house, I play it all the time. I've beaten everything probably 100 times now. I know the tracks basically by heart. I got all the characters. I beat everything. I recently just deleted everything just to play it again, just because I love it that much. But I'm about halfway done the game again, so it was really fun to go down that lane again. Is it fun? Way more fun than you can ever think. This definitely competes with Mario Kart by far during that time. It is 4-player, which is pretty good. I don't have the multi-tab, but then again, I don't have 4 friends all the time, so it's kind of pointless. But it's definitely fun 2-player as well. First player is fun. It's kind of a storyline-ish to it. Price wise, this game by stands now can go for $20. Seal can go up to 50 plus. I have not find a sealed copy in a while, so I have no idea. But definitely a great game by far. And out of case, I would say probably around 10, 20. I think I already said 20, didn't I? Yeah, I think I said 20, but it's still a great game nonetheless. So, and number 1 is CTR Crash Team Racing. Now, guys, that was my top 10 list. I will now show you some of the games that didn't quite make the list, but nonetheless, they are amazing games. I'll show you them now. A game here called Revolt. Road Rash 3D, great game. Especially on the Genesis, it was great. Hydro Thunder, there it is. I didn't quite make the list because of the others. It's a shame, but amazing game. I recommend this to anybody. Scars. Smurf Racer. Roll Cage Stage 2. And the notorious Vigilante 8. So guys, that's everything for my top 10. I hope you really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed making this video. Going down memory lane, especially Crash Team Racing. Just looking at it, almost makes me tear up a bit. But anyway, guys, I thank you for watching. Follow me on Instagram. I always post stuff on there. I always post stuff what I get, or if I go to a store or something, I always post what I get. Definitely check me out on there. I'll probably be doing Facebook shortly. I deleted my old Facebook account. And I just recently got it back. I'm thinking about maybe doing that again. I'm not sure. But definitely check me out on Instagram. I'll leave in the description below my name. And if you have PS4, Xbox 360, leave me your gamer tag. I'll gladly friend you. Maybe hook up sometime, play a game or two. I would love to do it with you guys. And that's it, everyone. Oh, and one more, just a side note. I also been doing Twitch a little bit here and there on my PS4, so I might be doing live streams sometime. I don't know when though. It has to be a day where I'm not off work or something. So I'll figure out with that. But definitely like, comment, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.